He explains that old Hardshell was actually a pet of his, way back, 40 years plus when he was a child. He found it on the beach. It was about the size of a dog at the time. He raised it and then let it go back out to sea. It always comes back every once in a while, whenever it's in those waters, to see if he's still there, and comes to the island where it used to hang out with him.
Oh, it will be easy to frame him then.
So his reasoning for actually gathering you all here is the turtle is about to lay eggs, and he doesn't want the eggs to be found by any of the villagers and be taken. So he wants them moved to another island that's more remote, where they don't know about it.
I feel bad. I eat eggs for breakfast.
Technically, you all did.
Yeah.
Although they weren't turtle eggs.
That we know of.
Also, now that you can see the beast, you could actually make an intelligence roll to figure out what it is.
I rolled a 2.
You still think it's a turtle, but you don't know much else.
And I
actually rolled a 20.
Season 5.
You rolled a nat 20. This is a...
It's an adamantine.
No, this is a turtle dragon. So this is actually a breed of sea dragon that is basically very similar to a turtle.
Odin blows weed smoke in its face.
The weed smoke dissipates before it ever reaches the creature because the head on it is literally 2 stories tall.
Want some?
Rocka, how much
You giving it to the turtle or to Charles?
Yes.
Okay. Charles says that he'll do it afterwards, and the turtle seems disinterested.
Oh, Belnos, you just asked me how much I had. I had 7 ounces and 14 grams left.
My idea was to make a big fire and burn some of the weed so it gets everyone high.
Shit, I still got a pound of
I'm
ash.
not wasting my shit.
Dude, it's to get a big ass turtle high.
The hell am I gonna get high, man?
You're gonna get high too. It's gonna be a big fire.
Yeah, but I won't be able to get high tomorrow, and you gotta think about the future, man. That's why you're broke, bro. You think too small.
While you are arguing, Charles goes over to a spot on the beach and lifts up a white blanket that was hidden under a very thin layer of sand. Underneath this blanket is about 24 eggs that are about the size of basketballs.
I want to eat one of those eggs, man.
Are they flavorful?
I can make a big I bet this little leprechaun can make a big omelet. I hear his people are great cooks.
Charles says that he hired you to move the eggs, not to eat them.
Well, that's a shame, bro.
Does he know the exact count?
There are 24 eggs. Does he know that there are 24 eggs?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yes, he does. He's the one that put the sheet there. He knows exactly how many eggs.
Right?
I might turn one of the watermelons. Have one of you guys paint it.
We don't have paint. I don't think I have paint.
I got chalk and you still got ink.
Dude, chalk is not gonna work on a watermelon, man. Come on.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna break the watermelon.
Also, the watermelon is, since it's on the beach, it's also covered in sand and water and various other things. So the chalk probably is not going to stick to it. The fruit that you had?
Yeah.
What do you want to do with that?
One of them might be a watermelon.
Didn't you say what you took, or did you just say you took a pound?
I just took a pound.
Okay, you took a single watermelon.
Hey, champ, you know what you can do? Roll another constitution like you did with the cleric and covered it in jizz. It's gonna be slimy just like a turtle.
Keep in mind, every single person there is watching whatever you're doing. I'm just saying, it's not like you're hiding right now. You're in kind of plain sight.
Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it when we're inside.
Charles says that what you need to do is take the eggs, and where they're all going to load them into Hardshell's mouth.
Fuck.
So take the eggs and load it in its mouth.
Yep, the massive turtle, almost on command, opens its jaw all the way and extends its tongue to accept the egg.
Can I do a sleight of hands and swap?
Well, the watermelon still looks like a watermelon.
How about I try to butter Charles up a bit and ask him about his life story about the turtle and stuff, keep him talking while Cham jacks off.
You're gonna have to roll for it, but yeah, you can try. The turtle might notice.
The turtle can't speak though.
No, the turtle can't speak, but it would probably be it might just look at you kind of weird, but aside from that, it's probably not gonna do anything.
Alright, do it.
I rolled an 18.
Okay, so Charles explains to you that, when he found the turtle when he was a kid, about all this stuff, and that the turtle is really, he loves the turtle as like a pet, and the turtle always comes back, and he wants to make sure that it reproduces and it has more babies, and they go out into the world, and that the turtle helps people, and he named it Ginger.
So I'm gonna have an egg, and I'm gonna turn around, my back facing the fucking turtle. Oh, like no one, like he's being fucking.
Wait, I thought you were gonna jizz on a watermelon.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do a sleight of hands. Jizz on the fucking.
Whoa, you have to roll a Constitution to jizz on the watermelon.
I'm rolling Constitution. I rolled a 17.
All right, you successfully jizz on the watermelon and turn it somewhat sticky and gooey. It's not a nat 20. It's not a toucan's eye type of jizz. You have enough to make part of it kind of sticky and gooey. Yeah, and white, but kind of clear as well. Look, you're a human being.
What if I crunch up my chalk and mix it?
Yes.
Make it whiter.
Okay, you can make the attempt to do that.
Alright.
Come on.
I rolled a 15.
Alright, you crush up the chalk and you kind of roll it. It almost becomes like a white, pasty substance around the watermelon. It does not necessarily resemble an egg, but it is white and gooey.
Can I do a sleight of hands to quickly swap and put an egg in my pack? That's a 19.
You successfully swapped the egg, and it is now in your backpack.
Did anyone notice?
You rolled a 19. Nobody noticed except for Velnos, because he was in on it.
All right, I'm gonna take the slimy. Fuck
You place that in the turtle's mouth along with the other 23 eggs. Now that Charles is done talking to Velnos, he says that the best thing is to get inside Old Hardshell's mouth, and she can swim them to the next island. It'll be far faster doing it that way.
Alright.
Okay.
I'll go in with Charles.
Which
means
I might have to jerk off again.
Why are you jerking off again?
Yeah, why are you jerking off?
To keep it moist and white.
You don't need to. It'll stay fine. It's in a mouth filled with saliva.
Okay.
Whose cummies? Daddy's cummies.
Okay. So, do you guys agree to get in the mouth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all get in the mouth. As soon as you're all in, the tongue retracts and the
Odin
turtle's
does
mouth
not
closes.
get in the mouth.
He does not? Okay, Hoden is going to stay on shore. Charles says that they'll be back. He thanks you for your time and says you will still get paid.
Odin just salutes him.
Alright, so now that the rest of you are inside the turtle's mouth, it retracts its head back down into the water and begins swimming to the next island, which is probably about 50 miles away, but because the turtle swims very fast, you get there in about 45 minutes.
Can I do a perception check, see how the watermelon's doing?
You can do a perception roll to see how it's doing, yes.
16.
You see that the watermelon still appears to be white. It is not drying out that much because the turtle's mouth is very moist because of the water and the saliva and everything. So it hasn't really changed all that much in appearance, although it is noticeably smaller than some of the other eggs.
It's a weak child.
Basically, you stole a personal watermelon, basically, and everything else is about the size of a basketball. So you reach the island, and the turtle opens its mouth and extends its tongue. You are now on a different beach on a different island. There is no hole dug. However, the turtle appears to use its tongue after you have stepped off of it to dig a hole in the ground in order to bury the remaining eggs.
We put the eggs in the hole.
Okay, the eggs are now in the hole, and the turtle kind of moves its massive foot a little bit and just covers the eggs up with sand. Charles thanks you all and asks you to get back in the mouth for the return journey. Yep.
I want to do a perception check, see what else is in the cave. 7.
Find stand. So you get back at the turtle's mouth, and the turtle returns you after another 45 minutes. Houghton, I don't know what you've been doing in the meantime of the hour and a half where they've been gone.
He has literally kind of just been sitting there, just fucking around in the sand, just like waiting for him.
You do have food. You do have fruit to eat still. It's
Yeah,
still just
eating
littered on the
peaches,
beach.
just kind of chilling, enjoying the beach.
No, he didn't even eat any of the fucking the fruit.
No, that was really to attract it to the beach because it could smell the fruit.
Yeah, so there's like a shit ton of fucking fruit.
Hey, Mark, you know what I just realized? Since we got the turtle egg, it's so much easier to frame him now.
You guys return, and Houghton is sitting there eating peaches.
Sup, bro? I see they're still alive. The turtle didn't eat you.
Oh, you should came with us. It's a hell of a journey.
Nice.
Charles pets the side of Ginger's face, and she proceeds back into the water and goes on her merry way. So he says that you guys can come back on the ship, and they'll go back up to the harbor. And once they get back, that he will pay you each your 15 gold and be on your way.
Let's go. What Hodin's gonna do is
Cham, you still have the egg.
I do.
He has the letter in his pocket. The letter explicitly details
We're gonna ruin this man's life.
a sea monster, and he just pretty much gets caught hiring us to kill, quote unquote, a sea monster. But what the letter dictates is that to bring the sea monster closer to shore due to the payments he's receiving from his clients, we can just ruin his life.
So Charles pulls back into port and brings out the chest that you guys broke into earlier in the story. He still does not realize that the chest has been broken into.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and stealth my way off the boat.
You're gonna have to roll for that.
Alright, cool. I roll a 10.
You do manage to get off the boat, but he sees you leave. So what do you want to do, Velnos?
I want Cham to plant the egg on the boat, and while he's trying to get the payment, I call the guards.
Okay. Cham, you're gonna have to roll to plant the egg.
I rolled a 15.
Alright, where do you want to plant it?
Plant it on his person.
What kind of fallout shit is this?
Where do you want to plant the egg?
I'll put it in one of the hammocks.
You put it in one of the it like tucked into the sheets or something?
Yeah.
So you take out the egg and you feel movement.
Now, I can probably keep it and have it as a turtle dragon pet.
The egg has not hatched, although you feel that it has moved.
I'm over around a corner waiting.
Yeah, you already ran off into the shadows.
I'm gonna keep the egg.
Okay, he still does not know about the egg, by the way.
I think the letter is incriminating enough, but the egg will give a bit more, leverage.
And I have a high charisma, so
I do too.
I can persuade the guards about
Yeah, I do too.
exact location.
You're not going to plant the egg, so you go back up on the deck. So it's you, Kane, and Velnos are all on the deck as he has the chest out.
I'm gonna go and call the guards, but I'm gonna try and do it somewhat quietly.
Okay, so you're going to have to roll a stealth roll to kind of sneak off and go do that while he's unlocking the chest.
19.
You successfully sneak away and find a guard not far away.
Nice.
He does not notice that you left, nor does Kane or Chan.
Do I need to roll a charisma check?
Yes, you will in order to convince the guard.
And I got a 3.
He tells you to fuck off, and if you come back and tell him any kind of this insane nonsense again, he'll have you arrested.
Do it again.
You can try and find another guard. Okay, so roll a perception check. See if you can find another guard that's not already pissed at you.
18.
You do find a second guard, and you're going to go up to him, and this is as Charles finally gets the key in place and opens the chest to find that it is empty. He appears very concerned and looks at the rest of you, realizing that Velnos and Raka have both left, and he makes the assumption that you two stole the gold.
Ooh, baby mama, 16.
16? Okay, so you managed to convince the guard that... so what exactly is your story?
I'm going to explain to the guard how this fisherman tried to convince us to, quote-unquote, slay a sea monster, but that I found on one of his belongings that he, in fact, is working with pirates.
Okay, the guard agrees with you and is willing to go and check this out, as long as you lead him there.
Alright, I'm gonna lead the guard back to the boat, and I'm gonna quit the William persona, and I'm gonna go back to Malmark.
Okay. So you lead the city guard back to the ship as Charles is becoming frantic that the gold is missing. He still does not suspect Kane or Chan.
What's wrong? You look very frantic.
Somebody stole the gold. Pay for that. No, I can't pay you. Oh, good. He brought a guard with him. God, please, I need your help. The guard goes up and accuses Charles of the piracy and asks him to empty his pockets. Charles then does so, and the guard reads the letter which you had forged to see if the guard notices the forgery. I'm going to roll a d20 for the guard. The guard rolled an 11. He does not notice the forgery, although he does think that maybe the pirate used a fake name. So, aside from that, he does believe it is piracy. However, Charles is going to try and persuade him to not arrest him in stating that he was never trying to actually go and kill a sea monster, which technically is true. So Charles is going to roll his charisma, and Charles rolls a 10. Velnos, you're going to have to beat him in a roll if you're going to make sure that the guard is thoroughly convinced.
Come on, baby mama. I got a 19.
Okay, the guard believes that he is in cahoots with pirates and immediately arrests Charles. He assumes that Cham and Kane are both unwilling pawns in the scheme and is going to let them go, as well as you, Velnos, and Raka he has no idea about.
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind.
So he gets taken away in chains as another guard shows up, and they drag him off to the jail or the gulag or whatever they have there. He's going to be imprisoned, and basically the boat is now left captainless.
We will take this ship.
Do any of you know how to sail a ship?
I would have, but I actually had to get rid of one, and that was seamanship. But so, no, I don't.
Okay, so you have a boat that none of you know how to use.
Does the cleric know how to?
Let's roll just for shits and giggles. She rolls a 14, so she knows how to tie sailor's knots. That's about it. You can try to poorly pilot the boat. You'll just take negatives to any rolls you have.
And likely crash.
You also notice that the egg in the backpack is starting to wriggle around a bit more now to the fact that you can actually notice it.
Yeah, hombre, what did I tell you? The plan went flawlessly. Now we have a boat all for ourselves and no one to question us about it.
I can question you, man. No one of you knows how to drive that thing.
I told you this plan was going to be good.
And how much does it cost to hire a sailor?
You're gonna have to go to a local, back to the tavern and figure out how much.
Monkey, that dwarf that beat the fuck out of me. Does she know how to pilot a ship?
Yes.
You have no idea.
You remember you lost your memory about that.
I know. I'm just asking, not as in
you have no idea if she knows how to pilot a ship or not. She was in a bar at a coastal place, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she knew how to pilot
That
a
is
ship.
true, but she is big and burly, so she probably does.
She probably does. Go, hey, let's go ask her.
All right, so
Yeah, let's go.
So you're gonna go back to the Sea Hydra and walk in. You do see that the female dwarf is at the bar pounding a giant flask of mead.
Can you know her?
Oh no, I'm good. I already did by time.
Now you know her, dude. You gotta talk to her. You're the only one.
So I'm gonna play ignorant and pretend like I'd never seen her before.
Nick, I presume that you did a little play with the friends from what Holden told me. Who did you meet with?
Oh, you wanna play that game, huh? Alright, I'll tell you. I'll tell you for a gold piece.
Fine. I'll pay him a gold piece. So I give you a gold piece.
Okay, is that one over there? And I point to the burly woman.
Malric walks
Let's go
up to
together!
Alright, even better because that'll give me a bit of leverage.
I shove Kane forward.
Hi, do you know how to pilot a ship?
Hi, it's you again. I remember you. I remember you too, big guy.
Yeah, he doesn't remember that.
Oh, good. I don't need to explain it then. Yes, I know how to pilot the ship.
Oh, that's perfect. We're looking for somebody.
How much are you willing to pay there?
Guys, how
You're
much
the one
money?
with the most gold.
My fair lady, what do you think would be an appropriate amount?
Tell you what, you pay me by the destination. Wherever you want me to go, I'll give you a price tag. I'll go there, and I'll stay there, and if you want me to go another place, you can pay me the same price tag. If you can't pay me, then I don't move.
Or how about you join our group and you be our pilot, and we share the spoils we get?
How's about I beat the tar out here again, sonny boy?
Again?
Oh, yeah, you don't remember that part. Let's just say we've met before and leave it at that.
I agree.
Like
I
I said,
remember. I liked it.
Depends on where you lads want to go.
Yeah, I want to roll persuasion.
I'm gonna roll persuasion as well. Can't do it. It's gonna be a fucking threesome.
What are you rolling persuasion to do exactly?
To persuade her to join our shit instead of having to pay her for her destination. I rolled a 16.
I rolled an 18.
Okay, she agrees to join your crew for the time being. However, she says if you want to sail into dangerous waters, which would be anywhere south of Calgar into the Elven Forest area or the Fire Sand Waste, or if you would like to sail over to the Empire, that will cost money because that is actually very dangerous. She reaches out her massive burly hand to shake yours.
And I'm reaching out my massive fucking hand, I shake hers.
Pretty much, yeah. As long as you're within Calgar, it's free. Any other country in the world where you're going to go, which is probably going to be relatively dangerous, she's going to demand payment because of the danger. Also, she's going to do a persuasion roll to seduce Cham.
Yay!
Yes.
Why me?
Right.
Yes.
Because you're the strongest of the group, and you're the one that she's most sexually attracted to, despite the fact she dominated you by shitting on your face. And
Yes,
she rolled
yes. Come on, 20.
a 15. So,
Oh.
Cham, you're going to have to roll against that to not be seduced, or to not be,
Oh, man.
Yeah! I rolled a 17!
You are not seduced, however, you both appear to have a mutual respect for one another.
I think the reason that Cham was not seduced is because he vaguely remembers the chocolate starfish hovering over his face.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, you might get some Vietnam flashbacks when you see that ass.
It's like that fucking that siren noise.
I was in fantasy nom, goddammit.
Oh my god.
Alright, so you have successfully recruited her, so she's going to come back to you to your ship. The other thing is, would you like to change the name of the ship? It's still called the Sea
Since it was my idea, I'm naming it the Cunnilingus.
Alright, how's about this? Everybody, including the dwarf, comes up with a name and we roll for it. So that winds up being Kane. So what is
Yes!
Come
It's
on,
gonna be
come on.
called the Robert 2 after my goose.
I'm gonna check out my bong.
Okay, you return to the glass-blowing place, and he has your bong ready. So it is exactly how you described it.
All right, and I give him a 1 gold piece for a tip.
He says thank you very much, and he looks forward to some return services if need be. And he says if you need anybody around that can blow glass, recommend them to me.
Sweet, I got a naked chick and I'm sucking the air out of her ass.